Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our webinar tonight. And just to start, I would like to welcome our host for tonight, Meredith Burkich. Meredith, are you there?
I absolutely am, Alberto. Thank you.
All right, take it away.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone, Immunotec family. Such a pleasure to be with you. Happy holidays. Tis the season. Just such an exciting time getting ready here in the office for the new year. Just finished up with a global alignment summit with over 30 of our top level directors from around the world. Here they came to the Houston area to talk about next year, talk about planning. So it has been just a crazy week last week and so inspiring, so exciting. But when it comes right down to it, we here at Immunotec are all about the science. We are all about the science of living better. And it is super exciting to be with you tonight to talk to you about another one of our products that is changing lives around the territories. So I just, as a quick reminder for you, this is a recorded webinar. The reason that we record it is because we know that some of you may be driving. You won't be able to take notes. You won't be able to capture everything that comes to your mind. And so we want to make it available not only to you on this call at this exact moment in time, but so that you can share it with members of your team, with somebody who might really benefit from the wisdom that we have here. Normally, this, of course, is a night that I spend a half an hour with Dr. Jimmy Gutman. However, tonight he is taking a well-deserved evening off, and he is detained elsewhere. But our amazing, amazing friend and co-laborer and journeyman on this trip of life that we're taking, Dr. Carlos Labarrere is with us. He is stepping up to the plate to talk here on the English webinar. So Dr. Labarrere, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Meredith, it's a real privilege, as I talked to you before, to be here with all this nice audience, with his family at Immunotec, talking with you and Alberto. And again, it's really going to be a nice evening.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to give you a quick shout out because, this isn't like you just kind of popped on this show and you've never been here before, because you actually hour after Dr. Gutman and I wrap up to actually conduct, with the help of Alberto, the Spanish-speaking version of this product education. So I want to thank you for 2018 on behalf of all of the thousands of people who turned into the webinar, all of the wisdom and the impact that you've had on people, products outside of our flagship products, Immunocal and Platinum, of course. And it's really a result of your dedication and your love for the products that we are seeing all the results we are with the uptick in people benefiting from the full product line. And you personally are a rock star in your own right. I mean, involved in vascular biology and research for over 30 years. I mean, published in the New England Journal of Medicine and over 170 published papers, focusing on antioxidants, focusing on inflammation. I mean, you are quite a guy, in addition to, of course, being here, working as a healer since 1987 in the United States, of course, mostly in the Midwest. So, wow, and what an honor and a privilege to have you as a part of our Immunotec family.
So I'm so happy, and thank you for saying so many nice things about me. I'm ready to really talk about this product that I really use and I love, besides always taking my daily Immunocal, of course.
Of course, of course. Well, what we're here to talk about, of course, is another rock star in our product line, and in an area where you happen to be quite the specialist. And we were talking earlier about health risk factors and why this product was formulated, why Immunotec felt like it needed to be in the product line over 3 years ago when it was introduced. So tell us a little bit more about that as we get started this evening.
Sure. I'll be delighted to talk about this, and really I took the time to show this first slide because I know all of you in the audience perhaps really have these stressful situations that are really risk factors for your health. Who does not have daily stress? It's a problem. Stress bothers us all. Sedentary life, another big problem. Air pollution, water and food contamination, the rupture of the ozone barrier also affects us all. And this is not the last thing among many other things. The processed foods contain substances that are not really helpful. Now, Meredith, you and I talk about these risk factors and how these risk factors affect our health. And I tell you, all these stress, sedentary life, radiation, pollution, food and water contamination, processed foods, the first thing that associate with is inflammation. Inflammation in the body, when it's prolonged, really affects us big. That inflammation makes our body suffer irreversible changes. These changes involve aging. And look at the poor Mickey Mouse on the right side of this really poor Mickey. Who in the world likes to see Mickey like this? Nobody. And
not me.
We will do anything to don't look like this.
No, and you know, all of these check marks that you have on here, Dr. LaBerrera, you know, I think every single one of them impacts every single one of us. I mean, the risk factors, it's not like this is a specialized list, you know, that only, you know, impacts this few group, you know, this small group of people or this unique subset of humanity. I mean, this is life. It is life in the United States, in Canada, in Mexico, in Europe, everywhere around the world. We are experiencing and being exposed to these risks. And so, you know, as we look at that, the common problems of aging and physical activity, I mean, you know, how do we address this? I mean, what are the challenges that we're presented with?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned this, Meredith, because really, this affair, as you said, is not related to the poor older Mickey Mouse or the older people in the population. It affects us all. And what causes is joint discomfort and soreness. These things also affect us all. If we do exercise, we have discomfort, we may have soreness. And the question that emerges is why that happens. Why in the world this happens to all of us?
And you know, I like that you said that, Dr. LaBerrera, because you know, sometimes we think, you know, automatically when we look at products like this, we think of older people and sometimes, you know, those crazy weekend warriors. But you know, I can tell you, you know, even my 20-year-old, you know, who played, you know, Pop Warner football and played football in
yes.
By the time he was in junior high, he was bone on bone. And he now is 22 years old. And if he spends too much time on his feet, his knees ache.
Oh, yes. I believe that totally. I mean, you are totally right, Meredith. I tell you, I showed this slide regarding the joint knee for one reason. Because as you said, what happens is no matter the age. It happened to me many years ago that I used to play soccer a lot, almost professionally. And I tell you, my hip, the right hip, I had an incredible discomfort, so bad, but so bad I couldn't even move, like probably happened to your son, as you mentioned. And the thing is this, what happens is that the cartilage on the joint gets really damaged because of the extra effort, the extra mobility that causes inflammation, and that inflammation corrodes the cartilage, and as you mentioned, makes a bone-to-bone relationship into the both bones, not only in the knee, in the hip, in the shoulder, all over. That what you realize after that your discomfort begins being very bad. The inflammation never stops, and the process continues.
So then what I hear you saying, and for our listeners is, just to summarize it, it's the cartilage breaking down itself, the cartilage that's resulting in the joint discomfort and lack of mobility, but really, the extreme discomfort is caused because of that breakdown in the cartilage. Is that correct?
You are absolutely correct. That was exactly what it was trying to say. Mm-hmm. And what happens is that wear and tear, it's caused by sport injuries many times, and aging, as we talked before, all these contribute to the joint damage. What causes discomfort, stiffness, lack of mobility, and what is the most important thing perhaps, reducing the quality of life. Who wants to be really in so much discomfort that cannot even move many times?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I think that kind of leads us to that place which says, all right, now we need to ask ourselves the question, why should we consider supplementation? Because that we're always looking for a solution to our problems, especially in the area you just mentioned of reducing quality of life. Please help us find a solution.
Beautiful, Meredith. What I'm going to say is, what I do as a scientist is look for science-based supplementations, not any supplementation. Many are available. Pain relievers, anti-inflammatories, so many that you go to buy or get something to the pharmacy, you see tons and tons of these products. But the thing that I care the most is, first, if these are natural, if there is a natural alternative, and if that alternative is science-based.
Absolutely. And I think, and we all know, that pharmaceuticals are effective. They work in many ways of masking the discomfort. They can do a lot of things, but, it goes deeper than, because what we're trying to do, of course, in natural, wellness, in our profession, in the work that we do, we want to go after the root cause, and try to look at that solution instead of just kind of covering it up. We want to go to a more, and we, of course, we don't want to say, our products are not guaranteed to heal, but we can say that by attacking this from a natural perspective, we have a much better chance of adding value to the human experience than just covering up the discomfort that we feel.
I agree completely. You are totally correct. I tell you one thing. What is very good news indeed regarding what we were talking about until now with you, Meredith, and the audience, is that the scientists at Immunotec, and there you go, I have my friend Jimmy Gatman's photo, because he is one of those that really cares so much about science and being involved in natural alternatives that are really, really, truly helpful. The company obviously identified the most effective and scientifically validated substances. And the most important thing is, after looking for each one of these substances, being intelligent enough to put them together and create their real supplement.
Absolutely. And, because I have the privilege of spending time with Dr. G, once a month, in addition, of course, to our weekly calls, but once a month, talking about these things. in his core values, and like all of us, he wasn't happy, with working in the emergency room patching people up, because he wanted to be part of the healing process. He wanted to be, a part of we don't want to use the word cure. We just said we want to be a solution. He wanted to be a part of that, a solution. And so, having said that, why don't we go ahead and talk to this product that he was very much on the forefront, as he is on all of our product development, researching the ingredients, making sure that they, had solid efficacy, making sure that they were going to be the benefit. Now, what does this product that he was do? What does it do?
I would love to talk about it. It does many things. But let's begin with the first. Support healthy joints for added mobility and flexibility. That's what we want, to move well without discomfort. Number two, help relieve joint discomfort. If we have that discomfort, we are older, we exercise too much, we want to get rid or really diminish so much that discomfort, that this product helps you all to be able to do so. Number three, helps protect against the deterioration of cartilage. You mentioned that with that photograph, Meredith. Cartilage is the problem. It gets corroded, broken, hurt, and that really leads to that discomfort that affects us all. And this product, it takes good care of that. This product also can help maintain healthy calcium metabolism if you take that with the famous and renowned calcium D. It's good that the company is thinking about many products that help one another to build up or maintain a good health.
And they are, and it's a synergistic approach. It's a holistic approach that we take here, because and of course we are all in love with Immunocal. Everyone on this line right now, listening either on demand, on replay, or live right now as we're speaking, we know that we love this product, and it also works synergistically with these products to really make a full frontal healing attack on our body, to help us to be able to reproduce the properties within us that make us get back to a place where we can enjoy our lives.
Meredith, I like to hear you. You probably read my mind, and I was the one that I said I read minds, but you read mine. You exactly mentioned what I was going to mention. It's indeed, Immunocal is the flag, okay, fine, but all these products are so important to really support your health and the effects of other products that are really so good. And this product, we are talking about this famous Contralenta today, and this product really contains so many good things, substances that are helpful and work with Immunocal, as you just mentioned. Now let's talk about the ingredients.
Yeah, let's talk about the ingredients.
Let's talk about this. I'm very excited, very happy to say this. The key ingredients are glucosamine, chondroitin sulfate or chondroitin, methylsulfonate methane, that is the MSM, boswellia, devil's claw, and boron. And I tell you, as you see in the photograph on the right, this diet, the glucosamine you can get from fish shells. The chondroitin is available in many other sources, boron in fruits, and the MSM even in broccoli. But you can see that all these natural components are taken by Immunotec to build this incredible product. Let's talk about this one by one. Glucosamine, the main molecule for building cartilage. That's what we have, to have a good cartilage. Helps support healthy joints and helps to relieve joint pain associated with arthrosis, osteoarthritis. The chondroitin sulfate is normally found in the cartilage and around the joints in the body. And when we combine this chondroitin with glucosamine, it helps our bodies to build and repair cartilage. Well, this is wonderful. The group at Immunotec, Dr. Gottman and company are thinking in your health, how to combine all this to help you. This MSM provides sulfur, an important building block for the joint, because the body utilizes and expends sulfur on a daily basis. MSM should be continually replenished for optimal joint health. Remember, Meredith, you mentioned about this is not talking about Immunocal, but I want to say that Immunocal is a rich source, incredible source of sulfur. Think about this. They co-work together. They help one another on behalf
Complement.
of health.
Of course.
Boswellia and herb traditionally used against inflammation. Helps decrease pain or the discomfort and swelling in joints suffering from inflammation. And this can lead to an increased range of motion. You like to have motion in order to improve the endurance in those joints. The devil club. A plant is
That's scary.
used in herbal medicine. I'm sorry if I talk too much, Meredith, but I'm so excited talking about it. You cannot stop.
No worries, doctor. No worries.
This helps relieving joint discomfort. What a good thing. This helps so much with the discomfort. And the boron. Boron is a micronutrient. Jimmy Gutman talked about micronutrients before when we talk about the calcium D. Micronutrients are very important in calcium metabolism. And when the bones weaken and become porous, like in older or people that is advanced in age, those people need to inhibit the bone deterioration, and this boron significantly helps.
Well, and you mentioned earlier, Dr. Labarere, that the health food store experience and the competition experience, and Dr. Gutman talks about this a lot, where when you walk into a health food store, even a Whole Foods or somebody with a supplement area, you are confronted with dozens upon dozens of these ingredients, some of them in combination, some of them not. And so what I think our listeners need to know, because this is what their people and their lives are going to ask them, is saying, okay, well, that's great, but I can buy any of these products in my local health food store. Why Immunotec? Because I can pick it up really at the grocery. So what is the advantage, to purchasing Immunotec's products so that they know how to respond to that question?
So you see, I'm glad. That question is superb. You see the first place there on the right side?
I do.
I tell you why. The majority of brands use low-grade materials. And when they use those materials, they use them in low amounts that don't even, in general, contribute with the daily needs we have. But only high quality ingredients are using this Contralenta. And that's the reason why I love this, Meredith, is because I love quality and not quantity.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's like my grandmother used to say, Dr. LaBerrere, she would say, Meredith, nice things aren't cheap and cheap things aren't nice. So we know quality is what quality is. And if you're going to put it in your mouth and ingest it, for heaven's sakes, invest in your health. And so as we take a look at Contralenta, so the daily serving, what does the daily serving look like for those that do not know this product intimately? Well,
daily serving, perfect. 3 tablets daily contain 1,500 milligrams of glucosamine, 1,000 milligrams of MSM, 150 milligrams of chondroitin. Good quantities. These are quantities that really help you.
Very good. Okay. All right. Well, that is an exceptional presentation. As we wrap things up, we're going to, of course, be going to the questions that we have about this product as we finish our half an hour segment together. We do have a special that we'll talk about at the end, but as a quick reminder about this product, as we wrapped it up, that the Harvard Health Reports states that 1 in 5 Americans take glucosamine. 1 in 10 Americans take chondroitin. And so if you take a look at glucosamine chondroitin and what does that mean in this market? In 2016, it represented $15 billion in sales. Let me say that again. $15 billion in sales in the United States for those 1 in 5 and 1 in 10 people taking glucosamine chondroitin products. So what does that mean to you? That is opportunity. Not only an opportunity to help people feel better, to move better, to get the quality of life back, but for heaven's sakes, to have a quality product like this available, and we'll have a special, we'll have all those amazing things. But before we, just kind of wrap this up and tell you where to find your sell sheet online, I want to say, let's go ahead and turn it over to a couple of the questions that we've had about this product through our call center. And let's go ahead and address them. So I have Stephanie from Houston, Texas. She is asking the doctor if Contralenta can help with the effects of Munical. Is it complementary? What say you, doctor?
Question answered quickly. Of course, yes. Of course, yes, because both act on the anti-inflammatory capabilities to diminish the cartilage damage.
Gotcha. Good. Okay, there you have it, Stephanie. Wonderful. Rose from Fort Lauderdale, Florida is asking it right now if Contralenta can restore the cartilage because she has had a high level of discomfort in her right hip associated with this type of damage.
Meredith, I kept what you said about your loving son, and I tell you that happened to me too. That Rose is not alone. All of us benefit with this. Of course, yes. Why? Because these superb constituents that Contralenta has all help with the health of that cartilage and the capabilities of the cartilage to get recovery.
Wonderful. And Morgan from Canada would like to know how long does she have to take this product before she can feel the difference? What do you think?
Well, it's variable, but I tell you, I'm sure she takes Immunocal, but if she adds the Contralenta to the Immunocal, I'm telling you that will be sooner than she expects. It's very difficult to give a real time to these things. It may take a month, 2 months, sometimes 3 or more, but you feel the difference. You will feel the difference. The discomfort really will disappear. As I said before, I had an excruciating discomfort that now I look like a baby again.
Amazing. Well, and to that point, thank you for your personal testimony. Of course, those are the most effective, being a product of the product and being able to share from your heart how these amazing life-changing products here at Immunotec have impacted lives, again, across the globe, and we are just getting started. So Dr. LaBerrere, thank you so much for the time that you've contributed to this. And again, you're going to be on the phone here with Alberto in a short half an hour. Also being a blessing to our Spanish-speaking audience as well. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being a part of this program. Thanks for joining us.
Meredith, the one that thanks is me. It has been a blessing to be here, and I hope they followed my Indiana accent when I was talking.
Yes, it is an Indiana accent. I knew as soon as I heard it. Thank you again, Dr. Labrera. Thank you so much. And Dr. Jimmy Gutman will be back in January, and we are looking forward to, again, getting our kickoff at the beginning of the year. Just as a reminder about what we offer here with our educational webinar series, really every week, every Wednesday night, we have an opportunity for you to learn more about the business, for you to connect your people, as we take a look at week one, which is always about how to get started, all right? And we have spoken with over 5,000 people this year. And so it was one of our most successful programs of the year. So we're super excited to carry that on into 2019. And then, of course, again, week two, focusing on the product, which is the big differentiating factor, a unique selling proposition here at Immunotec, because we have real science and real products that make a real difference. And then, of course, week three, spending time with our general managers and our regional sales managers, learning how to maximize the compensation plan and the incentives that are out there. So again, if you're brand new listening to this call tonight, trying to find your way, figure it all out, wondering how can I, really make, a bigger difference with the financial opportunity, don't miss this. Again, available in your back office. And then, of course, week four, personal development, always an opportunity, no matter why you're here. Again, you are the sum total of the parts of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So please join us for that. Thank you in advance, for all of the people that participate in the upcoming year. And again, a big shout out in 2018 for the dozens of people who have made this webinar possible, from our designers to our marketing team to our doctors, and of course to all of you for tuning in and making this such a success. And please note, as I said at the beginning, this webinar is recorded. It will be available on demand tomorrow and put in the archives. So we'll always be here. So when you want to learn more, or you find somebody in your life that you can make a difference by sharing the products, you can go back and have a refresher. Again, be blessed. Have an amazing holiday season with friends and family. Be the change that you want to see in the world. We are thankful for you. Be well, be prosperous, and we'll see you in 2019.